Come on. Yeah! We can use... The ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
You deserve a rest. Get him!
Oh, is that new armor? Hey.
Fly, Ambrosia. All yours, Torgal.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Yeah.
Now, Torgal! Go, Torgal! All yours, Torgal!
Oh, Ella.
injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor.
Rest well, so. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Enemy slain.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg! That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
Dead now.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Cheers, brother.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore.
You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel.
Oh, here we go.
Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Good girl.
Yeah!
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
I can walk from here.
Where now?
Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waluda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Odin.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us! We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity!
How dare you!
Oh.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Shit.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Oh, do I get Odin's power? I'm critical limited.
So then, how long has Walud been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Among you is bold enough to heed her call. Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin, bring me that beast.
All right.
Of course, you leave tape. I eagerly await.
Welcome, welcome. Of course. Anything else? Of course.
Careful how you pack that leather.
You... Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university.
The university?
Yes, in the... I'm here in the hope name.
I can't
remember.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bone.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Wells.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dell.
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less lately?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
These inquiries been hard to find since the skies turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beast for being...
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, come. Let...
Oh my god. Crystal.
Guardians of the... I'm pretty sure...
Fascinating. But the...
I don't know. No.
Voyages, Wanderers of the Golden Boar.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges.
Children of the Hunters. Now tillers of the land. That's all three.
And so, we add 3 Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and little wonder it was nonetheless.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha!
Oh, 600. Boom. Fully maxed out.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix.
Careful how you pack that leather.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities and a sea.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Enough of you, are there? Thanks, Cal. Good girl.
Come on, Crocoball. Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
There we go. Ooh. There we go.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Files. It was
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands. Here's your...
I worried you might... Oh, as supple as a maid. Clearly, my trust in you was join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Do not allow me to keep...
The free cities under sea?
rid of them.
Good girl.
Let's go, hamburger.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Oh, what is this? Oh shit, got three.
If we're going to do this,
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Go on then.
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better try to clear the...
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chaidra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right.
Alright.
Ready, go?
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
I'm slow.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Something the matter, Theodore?
Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
Right. Eloise.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then. Now, I suppose we'd better. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure
You're still in negotiate?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. I suppose it's to be expected, but we shall emerge victorious.
Well,
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one he represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's...
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the... and they're still expanding. They've been... and judging by her reaction earlier,
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor... I won't let her give up on her dreams again. She freed me from my bonds. And she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man.
I have always been grateful for what... and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises...
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why though I'm sure I'll still need some help.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers aren't going... That's a job.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bale. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do.
I'm done.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must... Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may...
Thank you. I appreciate his revenge.
It is the one and it is all that I have lived for.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our... But there are those among us who can... I would place but a village home... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have withdrawn to...
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations, and may Griga guide us.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's bales.
Let's go.
Faster!
journey to ride from here. Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us.
Oh, it's awful.
Time to fight.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quinton, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quinton. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't. Don't let their sacrifice be...
I won't.
Come on, then.
That isn't only a guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing. All my plans. Building a haven and it was all for this. But what is? My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quint!
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What?
Loaded.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there. Then we finish this quickly. Need to get back to Quentin. Quentin. Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for, I have nothing left to live.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you?
But I prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet. We believed that you were the...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone follow?
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here,
We can start again. Build.
One life ends, why just a village? We could build what's to stop us.
That's the master.
Please, Quentin, will after all. Permit me to withdraw. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never...
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on Arbor.
A bottle or two of your finest red.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this year's, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to...
Rekindling the flame. Ooh.
Clive, just the man I was hoping to...
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the... Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so we can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. And that's what I...
It's no...
Thank you.
So?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that.
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything to stop it, what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved.
I suppose you're...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. Nast would have been...
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I, which is why I agree.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us,
So,
that thank and
you would make
I should no. Or we should.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place, or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a cat.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. Leave it with me.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there. Sir Wade told me you got... What's all this? On second, it'll only give me nightmare.
I suppose it will.
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty...
Did Wade say?
Well, anyway, the poor souls might have made... So the way I see it, if it's food or lumber or strong backs they need...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted...
Hey.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Nice.
Your work here is done.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. Fuck.
Oh, relax. Ninja.
still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Does Ultima's rage extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Oh, nice.
Where is your master? What does he want? Wake and win!
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard. And you will yield.
What?
Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Too slow.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir,
Oh.
Watch closely, Mythos.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, either way.
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't. That's better. Thanks, boy. Over here!
Enjoying yourself? More, Mythos! Give me more! 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 Mythos.
On an end.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Odin.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Oh, it's going down.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Oh, he's gonna turn. He's gonna pram.
Try it.
Oh.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Kill.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece.
Still.
All right.
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
That's Jill.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Hey, we gotta go get Jill.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to...
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic in the valleys of...
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive? Where the hell is everyone else?
They're all right.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items would go to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Let me tell you.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spread. Might be they weren't just tale. Some women lust after to satisfy them. Said he'd give me.
Was that the first time?
Aye. He were true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And all. Told me about his said. Why? And the wreck doesn't. But I can say, you've all shown me
that there are.
So don't you go messing. Still alive, are you? That great. No. Going purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want? That it? Fine.
Said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
safe.
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashi in the valleys?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? seeing this, Dolan. Huh. What's this?
Oh.
Sid's best So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well,
possibly. You wouldn't happen to know.
Opus. That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together. It surprised us all. Not least her dad. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something in...
Wouldn't those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the thing...
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't.
What didn't you?
Nothing. We definitely didn't break. It sprung. Except. See?
And you hadn't...
Nope. We just wanted to listen to. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All right. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you? Can you fix?
No. There. How about now?
You fixed it. Sid fixed it. He more than fixed it. Yeah.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. Sid showed it to me once and said it was... Let's just hope it's the stuff shit.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make...
Hmm.
Just the two I was... Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies.
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to...
I'd rather he did so in bed, much like yours, I suspect.
Though I may...
Then...
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.